Desolate Ancient Moon was unable to enter the life and death door. She wanted to rescue Ren Zu, but had no ways, so she asked for guidance from Cognition Gu. Cognition Gu gave her two methods. The first method was to enter Space Cave, then open the space door to directly move to Ren Zu's side. She could then use the Space Cave to escape life and death door. However, this method could only rescue Ren Zu's soul and could not resurrect him. The second method was to climb to the peak of Chengbai Mountain and find the one and only Success Gu. As long as she made a wish to Success Gu, she could rescue Ren Zu and allow him to successfully resurrect. Desolate Ancient Moon already knew of Space Cave's existence, but she had no idea how to find the Space Cave. Moreover, to let her father truly resurrect, she had to go to Chengbai Mountain. Chengbai Mountain was not tall and was like a mound. It was peculiar as it was made from millions and millions of pebbles. These pebbles were actually failure Gu, and there was only one Success Gu at the peak of Chengbai Mountain. Desolate Ancient Moon walked to the foot of the mountain and began to ascend the mountain. Her movement woke up Love Gu, who was sleeping nearby. Love Gu was very angry at having its sleep disturbed and wanted to take revenge against Desolate Ancient Moon. It used its unique power to awaken a piece of stone. The stone gained life because of Love Gu and became a Rockman. The Rockman was tall and might, his body filled with gold, silver, copper, and iron, looking very dazzling and gorgeous. After the Rockman was born, the first thing he saw was Desolate Ancient Moon. Her shocking beauty immediately conquered his heart. He started following behind Desolate Ancient Moon, and as he looked at her fair back view, his heart was filled with love. Finally, he could not endure it anymore, and ran past Desolate Ancient Moon and blocked her, shouting loudly, "Beautiful lady, your appearance is so dazzling, your body is so elegant, and your temperament is so noble. The very first moment I saw you, I was subdued by you. You are my love. Please accept my love for you." The Rockman's physique was huge, completely blocking Desolate Ancient Moon's path. Desolate Ancient Moon slightly furrowed her brows and sized up the Rockman before speaking coldly. "Love, what is that thing? You want me to accept your love, but where is it?" The Rockman immediately took off the iron pieces from his body and offered them to Desolate Ancient Moon. "Beautiful lady, this is my firmness. I give it all to you. This is my love." Desolate Ancient Moon disappointedly shook her head. She had no interest in these iron pieces. The Rockman was dazed before taking out the copper pieces from his body and piling them above the iron pieces. "Beautiful lady, this is my obstinance. I give it all to you because this is my love." Desolate Ancient Moon impatiently said, "Please move away. I have no interest in love. I need to rescue my father." The Rockman panicked, seeing that the goddess of his heart was unmoved. He kneeled down and made up his mind, taking out all the silver pieces in his body and piling them above the copper pieces. "Beautiful lady, this is my dignity. I give it all to you. This will prove my love for you, right?" Desolate Ancient Moon's furrowed brows deepened. "Listen, I don't have time to waste with you." The Rockman became more anxious and took out all the gold pieces in his body and put them above the silver pieces. "Beautiful lady, this is my self-confidence. I give it all to you. They represent my love for you." Desolate Ancient Moon heaved a deep sigh. "Rockman, to express your love for me, you gave up your firmness, put down your obstinance, lost your dignity, and even gave up your self-confidence. However, what I see is a very ugly Rockman. Get up. I cannot accept your love. I have more important things to do." After losing his gold, silver, copper, and iron decorations, the Rockman looked very small and weak, even appearing comical. It lost all the beauty and might it had before. The Rockman wept and begged Desolate Ancient Moon, "Then, how can I obtain your love?" Desolate Ancient Moon was anxious, but the Rockman kept on kneeling on the ground. She thought of an idea and changed her expression to show a smile. "Rockman, since you love me, take out your real heart for me to see." The Rockman opened his chest without any hesitation and offered his scarlet heart to Desolate Ancient Moon. Desolate Ancient Moon took the heart and immediately kept it. The Rockman then said, "Now, I can obtain your love, right?" Desolate Ancient Moon shook her head. "Even if you offer your heart, it cannot exchange for my love." The Rockman was panicking, seeing Desolate Ancient Moon had stored his heart away. He said, "Heartless woman, your cold-heartedness has made me despair. Since I can't obtain your love, then please give back my heart. Without my heart, I will die." But desolate ancient moon did not return the heart and watched as he slowly died. "Why? I love you so much. Why are you killing me?" the Rockman shouted before his death. Desolate ancient moon looked at him with pity, but her voice was tranquil. "Rockman, I did not want to kill you, but you blocked my path to success. Love is one of the most celebrated and tragic forces in human history. It has inspired poets, driven men to war, and shaped entire civilizations. Yet, in the Legends of Ren Zu, love is presented as something far more ambiguous, both destructive and indifferent. The Rockman's tragedy and desolate ancient moon's response to his love reveal a philosophy of love that is deeply pragmatic, almost brutal. The Rockman's love is immediate, obsessive, and self-destructive. The moment he sees desolate ancient moon, his existence becomes centered around her. His tragedy is not that he loves, but that he defines himself entirely through that love. To prove his devotion, he strips himself of everything that makes him strong, his firmness, his obstinance, his dignity, and even his self-confidence. In doing so, he embodies an extreme form of self-sacrifice that borders on nihilism, an act of surrendering the self in the hopes of gaining something external. When desolate ancient moon demands his heart, he offers it without hesitation, believing that total sacrifice is the ultimate proof of love. But in doing so, he ceases to be the entity that originally fell in love. What remains of him? A shell of his former self. And yet, desolate ancient moon is unmoved. This raises a crucial philosophical question. If love demands the annihilation of the self, is it truly love, or is it simply self-destruction under another name? Desolate ancient moon does not reject love arbitrarily. She rejects it because it obstructs her higher goal. She is on a quest to resurrect Ren Zu, the progenitor of humanity. And in her eyes, love is a distraction. To her, love is not an absolute virtue, but an obstacle. This mirrors a deeply utilitarian philosophy. If something does not serve a greater purpose, it is discarded. Desolate ancient moon embodies the mindset of pure pragmatism. She operates under the philosophy that success, not love, is the ultimate pursuit. When she takes the Rockman's heart, it is not an act of cruelty, but an act of necessity. In her view, emotions have no weight compared to her objective. The Rockman and desolate ancient moon represent two opposing philosophies of love. The Rockman embodies the romantic idealist, the one who believes love is worth any sacrifice. Desolate ancient moon, on the other hand, represents the realist, the one who sees love as a liability. This dichotomy reflects a long-standing debate in philosophy. Is love a strength or a weakness? Friedrich Nietzsche saw love as a tool of power, something that could elevate or break individuals. Arthur Schopenhauer viewed love as an illusion created by biological impulses, a force that deceives us into thinking we act autonomously when, in reality, we are driven by nature's will. Jean-Paul Sartre, on the other hand, argued that love is a battle of freedom, where one person inevitably tries to possess the other. The Rockman's love was an attempt at possession. He did not love desolate ancient moon as an individual. He loved his ideal of her. And when she did not reciprocate, his love turned into despair. Love, in this sense, is not an inherently noble emotion. It can be selfish, even destructive, when it demands something in return. Fang Yuan, the protagonist of Reverend Insanity, shares desolate ancient moon's perspective. To him, love is a weakness, a chain that binds people and makes them vulnerable. He sees emotions as tools to be used, not as goals to be pursued. Just as desolate ancient moon rejects the Rockman's love because it hinders her objective, Fang Yuan discards any sentiment that interferes with his path to immortality. Fang Yuan's philosophy aligns with the idea that true freedom comes from detachment. While the Rockman loses everything in his pursuit of love, Fang Yuan gains everything by rejecting it. This raises the ultimate question. Is love something that empowers us, or is it merely a beautiful illusion that ensnares the weak? Love in the Legends of Ren Zu is not a grand redeeming force. It is a test, one that separates those who pursue their goals from those who allow emotions to control them. The Rockman's tragedy is not that he loved, but that he loved without boundaries, without self-preservation. Desolate ancient moon, in contrast, represents an ideal of purpose-driven existence, where emotions take a back seat to ambition. But Does this mean love has no value? Perhaps the true lesson is balance. To love without losing oneself. To care without becoming dependent. And to recognize that sometimes love is not the answer. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me next time as we uncover the deeper philosophies hidden within the greatest stories ever told.